Hi guys, thank you for tuning to my channel, Esther-Astro-Healing, and for all your positive feedbacks and messages. I'm always looking forward to your emails, to questions you have, and always very admiring to see the desire to grow and understand your own process. Today I want to discuss about the Mercury Retrograde. It's really important next 3.5 weeks. Mercury Retrograde again, yes, again. It's usually happen 3 to 4 times a year for a period of time of 3 weeks. It's extremely important pivot time because when Mercury integrate, it's taking us back to things we didn't complete, we didn't finish, some unfinished businesses. It can be connected to relationship, to our work, to different projects. And many times we live in chaotic, reactive life and things we're moving forward without really complete. So really Cosmos really helping us and provide us information, and it provide us opportunity when we can come back, reevaluate and complete some process before we can move forward. I'm going to show you what's happening right now in the sky so you can have better understanding where's Mercury right now. So this is the sky right now we have. And Mercury integrate for different signs and different houses. And we're going to discuss, he's going to start to reintegrate on October 14. And we're going to see his effect usually 3-4 times, 3-4 days after. So again, it's going to start on October 4th. So it's really soon, literally in 2 days. And it's what's really interesting this time. Then again, we're talking about Vedic Babylonian astrology, where we do have a different calculation. And this time, I'm going to show you right now. You can see my arrow. This is the beautiful Mercury. Now, let's remind ourselves, what is the Mercury? Mercury is the fastest planet of the solar system. It's really the first under the sun. This time, Mercury integrate, you can see in Libra. And it's very interesting because Mercury came from the air sign, and he, for the whole year, from the beginning year, it's already third time he reintegrate, and initially it was in Aquarius, then in Gemini, and right now it's in Libra. And it's really, I want to bring to your attention when, for example, every time when he choosing a certain a house, and which is each planet and represent each sign represent different house. Libra represents relationship. It can be relationship, personal relationship, relationship with your partners and with your children. So when it's going to be affect each sign differently, we're going to discuss all 12 signs. I just want to for you to show you how it's look in the sky right now. So when you really check Western astrology, it's not going to be the same calculation, because Babylonian Vedic astrology and Sidereal astrology, more correctly, is dealing directly with the sky. So it's really important for us to understand exact moment and position of the planets according to what's happening in the sky right now. So some, like I mentioned before, some signs will be affected more and some a little bit less, but it is very important, definitely very important time to come back and work on things that were left undone. They need more attention, healing, to evaluate how we approach our food habits, if we exercise enough, how we speak, and don't forget that Mercury represent our mind, our nervous system, our intellect, and how we share and transform information within us, and as well how we transfer information to other people, which is extremely important. So Mercury definitely going to help us with that, and it's connected to traveling, it's connected to communication. I do recommend for you to back up your computers to see if anything maybe can need extra attention with any devices you have. And don't start anything new right now. It's not a good period to start new things, because when Mercury integrate, he's moving things around back and forth. And many times, I would say 99.9%, when Mercury finishes his integration process, we look at things and we evaluate our decision, and many times what we initially thought we make big changes. So definitely do not recommend to and simply complete what you start. There's lots going on, and I'm going to explain to you after step by step for each sign. So let's go over dates. So Mercury start reintegrate October 4th at 17 degrees of Libra. Again, what is the Libra? Libra, it's about justice, it's about liberty, but again, liberty, you need to go through the fog and confusion, because Libra, coming from planet Venus, and don't forget Venus, even though it represents beauty, it represents love, it represents tact. It's at the same time Venus surrounded by fog, and many times it takes us time to get the clarity. And then it's turned direct on November 3rd to 1 degree, and it's in the seventh house. Again, it's seventh house relationship. And what is the November 3rd, November 4th? It's going to be election in the United States. So it's going to be very interesting to see, and I really sent a lot of energy and love to everyone, and especially people who are in leadership position. It's not easy time right now to be, but at the same time our souls agree upon this time, and light never sends us challenges without us to will be able to know how to handle. We just need to open our hearts. Each video I reminding you, the only way for you to control your mind, because your mind is not who you are. Please remember that. Do not give your mind too much power. Do not listen to your mind. If you're not going all your thoughts through the heart, if you can and do not know how to open your heart, especially to people and to situations that you're not used to, your thoughts never give you clarity. It's always coming from the other side, believe me. And our ancients explained to us, we have to really understand that our thoughts usually comes without even knocking on the door. They just arrive, and then they start to create big cases in our head. One of my favorite sages, his name Baal Shem Tov, um, the Holy Baal Shem Tov, he used to live in 17th century Western Ukraine. He used to teach his students how to control more or less the thoughts. He used to say, when your thought just appear, arrive to your brain, before you're gonna create, act, it's like a sperm, which is don't give a life if you don't, if you see it's not gonna benefit you, and many times it's really not gonna benefit. On many occasions, the way how we see people, how we analyze, it's always very limited. We don't see a full picture, and we have to keep this in mind. So again, without spirituality, open our heart, we cannot benefit from our thoughts and from our intellect. Because end of the day, when you study something, or you listen to any lessons, or you communicate with someone, what you'll remember is the feeling, how much they made you feel, and not necessarily the knowledge you receive. So I really want you to keep this in mind. So just to complete the dates before we're going to move to each sign, it's turned direct on November 3rd at 1 degree Libra in 7th house. Not tropical, again, please. Just check. I'm always remind you that it's not tropical calculation. It is sidereal Babylonian astrology with Kabbalistic knowledge. This year is staying in air signs. So we're already used to this type of energy. It is all about communication and relationship, to balance our relationship and to be there for each other, and start with our family, inside of our family. Before we can influence outside world, we want to make sure that inside of our own home we create atmosphere and we create reality, so to say, then everyone feel good about themselves and they feel loved, and only then we can really see the blessings outside. Let's start with 12 signs. I'm going to start with my lovely Pisces. I'm going to share with you. My apology. I'm going to share with you files. And we're going to start with Pisces, as I said. So my lovely Pisces, I'm going to start with you. Thank you for your patience, guys. I'm still trying to figure out how to work with the Zoom. So Pisces. Pisces, and again, I'm talking about Mercury Retrograde and Mercury Retrograde in Libra, and in Pisces, it's going to affect your 8th house. It's very interesting. I just want to mention you can see 2 Hebrew alphabet, Kuf and Gimel. Kuf represent and create Pisces as astrological sign and energy in the sky, and Jupiter, Gimel. Gimel create planet Jupiter. The Hebrew alphabet, it's very, very powerful. It's not just alphabet, it's have a healing ability just for us even to observe Hebrew alphabet. It's our soul recognized because it says in our old books, in the book of creation, book of formation, then everything in this universe create with the Hebrew alphabet. So I do recommend for you Pisces as well. Sometimes you feel your own sign not serving you well. You can look at these letters, Kuf and Gimel, and close your eyes and create them in golden energy and bring them inside to you, inside of your mind, inside of your heart. And it's going to help you to feel more balanced and to get even more divine inspiration. One of the main talents you have is a sign. So this time you are Mercury integrate in your 8th house. What is your 8th house? 8th house, it's a mystical house as well. It's house of metaphysics and it's house of total transformation. So time to get deep, find the answers to some questions, then especially psychological deep healings, and study metaphysics, Pisces. It's not foreign to you. And mind over matter, you will understand things for the next 3 weeks like never before. But for that, you do need to tune to yourself, the healer within you. I do recommend again to meditate on Kuf Gimel, the 2 Hebrew letters connect to your sign, and use this time for deep studies and just to feel more balance. It's really help you. Okay, so next one, we're going to beautiful Aries. We're beautiful Aries, and it is in your 7th house. So Mercury integrate in your 7th house. What is the 7th house? 7th house represent relationship, and it represents especially romantic relationship. And this is really good time for you to revisit any issues you have with your partner. For the next 3 weeks, if you will know how to open your heart and how to be patient and how to listen, to pay attention, really, not just to listen and to think what you're going to say next, to be there, because real sharing, it's when you actually hear other person without thinking and analyzing and thinking what you're going to say next. It's really good tool to apply every time when you with your partner. If you don't have partner, if you're single, it's definitely you can plan for these 3 weeks. Don't start any new relationship. I do not recommend, but you can plan of action, how you see yourself in next relationship. Perhaps to sign, how you're going to sign or update your profile on dating website. And it is about potential partner. Your mind will occupy you with good time to analyze what you really need and how to compromise. For Aries, I really recommend for you, because you're such an amazing sign. You don't keep any grudges inside. Sometimes you say things before you think it's happened, even though your sign represent head. I do recommend for you to for these 3 weeks to understand how you can put your relationship to the next level. It's really good time. Now you can see your sign represent 2 Hebrew letters. It's Dalit and Hey. Letter Dalit create Mars, Ma'adim, the red planet, and Aries created by letter Hey. I'm gonna provide course about Hebrew alphabet, the energy of Hebrew alphabet, and as well numerology. Now, this is amazing combination because both letters have a tremendous energetical force. And if you feel sometimes the your reactive system running the business in your head, I do recommend to close the eyes. Imagine those 2 letters in the golden energy and they coming from above, from the sky. put inside of you, put inside of your head, put inside of your heart, and let them to scan your whole your body. You will feel really powerful. Is more you're going to practice, is more you're going to feel effect. It's like everything else. If you're consistent with your gym, you're going to see your effects. Spirituality, the same thing. We need to be consistent. The next sign, it's my beautiful Taurus. For you guys, it's going to be in the house of sixth house. Now, sixth house, again, we're talking about sidereal Babylonian astrology. So please check if you have a Taurus Taurus in rising or Taurus in moon. If you do not know your exact time of birth at least 10-15 minutes, I recommend for you just to check your moon sign. Because it's really important to have the accurate information. And last, it's your actual sign, but definitely mainly it's your ascendant, your rising, and your moon. So the Mercury reintegrate in your sixth house. What is the sixth house? Sixth house is the work, and as well it's house of conflict, but at the same time this house represents health and workplace. So I do recommend for you, don't make any new plans, please, with your work. Simply finish what you start. I even any unfinished old projects. It's good time to organize your workplace, to clean up your desk, to rethink how productive you can be with your time while you work, not to procrastinate things, to be more sufficient with your time. This is 3 weeks going to provide you cosmos really helping us. It's nourishing us in a way. And don't forget, 85% of human who born on this planet Earth, they born with Mercury reintegrate. So we all very much familiar with this energy. I have every time when I do chart, it's rarely I can see people who have stationary Mercury. So for us, it's really a familiar area to be with. We know how beneficial it can be. So we should use for our benefits and make plans about your exercise. How do you eat? And your health, it's really, really important. Okay, so you will see after this period of finish of Mercury integrate, you will feel then you're more prepared for new times we all come into, which is we're going to discuss in some of my next videos. Next one, it's my lovely Geminis. So Geminis, it's a very interesting. You, one of the luckiest one is actually in the fifth house. I love fifth house, and especially for Gemini. Even though Gemini, it's house of Leo, and it's house of children, house of activities, and some new hobbies and fun. And when Mercury integrates, it's for you to revisit your children, really your relationship with children, how much you give them freedom and how much you try to control them at the same time. So you really need to use this time to balance the way how you're parenting. I just want to remind you, all of you guys, then I'm preparing parenting classes. And I really hope you're going to join our classes, and when we're going to discuss how to parent our children according to the zodiac sign, to raise the star and not to diminish the star inside of our children, and as well to understand ourselves as we were children. So for Gemini, for you, it's actually a really, really great time to reconnect to your family, your children, especially this way. And some ideas you will get in your head before, put on hold, but start to think about, especially your hobbies, your fun. So when Mercury finish, you will be ready like a rocket. Okay, Gemini. So, and again, Mercury, it's your planet. So, you, even when you sleep, you think. So it's kind of very familiar for you. So right now is good time for you to stop to think a little bit, because Mercury is going to make you double work. So at least be aware of that and give yourself break in order to be prepared for the really new times we're all coming in after Mercury integrate. Next sign, I'm going to discuss my lovely Cancers. So your Cancers, Mercury integrate in your fourth house. Now, fourth house, it's your own house. It's home, it's mother, it's family. So it's anything dealing with home, family, redone around the house, constructions perhaps. Some things need to be fixed. Some things you were planning, you didn't have a time. So place with your, and I really recommend for you to revisit your relationship with your mom. If your mom alive, definitely call your mom and just listen. Just be there for your mom. Don't analyze. Open your heart. I can't express enough the openness of the open the heart. It's one of the main things we came to this world to achieve. So to be there for someone, not just intellectually, really with the heart, it's completely, totally different level. So if your mom not alive, do meditation, connect to her soul, ask your higher self to help you to connect to your mom. And it's going to be very, very healing for you, Cancer. You can use meditation and you will make a peace if your mom alive or not alive. Even when you still communicate with your mom, you feel you want to edit more to better connection, just do meditation with her higher self, because we need to remember the real things happen on the upper levels. Many times what appear here, it's totally illusion, 99% of illusion, in the sense of how we see things and how we try to connect to the full picture. So meditation, prayers, intention, it's much more powerful, and it's getting soon even more. You will see we're going to experience things when we only thought in movies possible. And what I mean by that, we need to start to use our heart and to understand the mind over matter, and to start to apply the creator energy within all of us, inside of our soul, and remember how powerful we are. The next sign, it's Leo. My beautiful, powerful Leos. Look at this gracious Leo. I love this picture. Now, I don't think I mentioned for Pisces, for Cancerian, just very quickly. I want to show you two letters. The letter Tet represent Moon and Het represent Cancer. I really wanted to close your eyes, guys, Cancerian, and if you have rising moon or sun, or sometimes you have a very strong moon in your chart, you can close your eyes and put this letter in golden energy inside of you, and do meditation and to activate and balance energy. It's going to really help you, because those letters was created, one, this letter create moon, tat, tat, tough, and this letter represent het, represent Cancer. So I wish you guys a lot of blessings, Cancerian. Next, it's Leo. Now Leo, the half represent Sun, and Tat represent Leo. This is very powerful, because what is the Sun? Sun is superior. Sun, everything run by Sun, if you think. And Leo's, this combination, it's very powerful. Same thing, you can meditate, you can feel more balance, you get a lot of blessings and divine inspiration by connecting to letters, which is connect to your astrological DNA. Now Leo, your Mercury integrate in third house and is dealing with communications. You can achieve actually major healing with that, because many times, Leos, they're so gracious, but at the same time they don't know how to listen, and they always want to be heard first, and they want people to listen, to pay attention, and a certain level of pride. So to be in the third house, which is the house of Gemini, it's about communication, talking, so it can be very healing for you to work on your communication, to understand your process, to evaluate how you see your own communication skills, revisit past. And what I do recommend every time it's landed in the third house, I really recommend for you to keep your journal, to write your thoughts, and it can become very healing, because every time when we put our thoughts on paper, it's in the level of manifestation of our thoughts on the malchut, on the physical 1% level. And it's become very healing. You suddenly start things differently. It's like every time when we actor our own movies, we're too much involved and we don't really see real reality. But when we become directors of our movie, we zoom out, we can see more bigger picture. So I think same thing with writing. I do actually recommend to everyone to keep journal, but right now, Leo, for the next 3 weeks, it's going to be very good for you to keep and put your thoughts, and again, work on your communication skills. The next sign, it's a beautiful Virgos. Now Virgos, you run by planet Mercury, and Mercury integrate again. It's very close to your heart, which is one of the main things Virgo came to this world. It's to open the heart. Even though they're so amazing, they're so lovely, they're so organized and have such a high level of responsibilities, but because they're such a hard-working people, many times when people don't appear in front of the eyes in the same qualities, they judge them. And this is really, really important for Virgos to open the heart more than ever right now and stop to judge people according to what you think how this person is supposed to be. Believe me, everyone exists in this dimension, and they're going through their own process. And the only way for us to be like a creator is just to accept the other person and not to judge. Creator never judge. Light, it's very simple. So you can see Mercury, letter Resh create Mercury, and Virgo create by letter Yud. It's very powerful letters. The vibration of these letters can help you with meditation. And when you do meditation, Virgos, just put those two letters inside of your heart in your favorite color, and best it can be gold because it's very healing. It's coming from directly from the source. Put inside of your heart and see how you can open and understand your process better, how you can open your heart. Ancient Kabbalists, we have a beautiful prayer. It's called Ptichat Eliyahu. It open heart with Elijah the prophet prayer. Men usually do this prayer every morning. And this prayer very, very powerful. And for you to understand the merit you have, because you always, you're very responsible, it's such a high quality and very smart people. And if you can combine your intellect along with your heart, this is definitely, you will see a lot of blessings. Okay, so Virgo, your Mercury integrate in second house, and the second house is house of money. And I have to tell you, it's one of the best combination for this Mercury integrate, because it can create a lot of new ideas and opening the way how you run your finance and money. And money can come to you big time after 3 weeks, because if this period of time you will reevaluate, you will check your books, your financial, how you run things, and how you can create new source of money. It will change your life forever. I feel for you, Virgo, for this next 3 weeks, especially it's Mercury, your planet, and it's in the second house, house of money. Think about anything connect to financial realm for you. It's really time to redo, to rethink how you can increase your income and to analyze the books. Definitely you will see things differently after 3 weeks finish. So much clarity, and you're going to do homework, and you're the best with homeworks. You will definitely will see a lot of benefits from this period of time. So the next one, we're going to Libra. Lovely Libras. So Mercury integrate in your first house, and it's Mercury integrate in Libra. So you're going to be hit the most. And it's always good to put reminder for ourselves. It's like your first runner in Olympics. So it's big responsibility and merit at the same time. So with all this said, what is the first house? The first house itself, how you appear in the world. I even recommend for you, Libras, for these 3 weeks to evaluate even how you appear. If you maybe want to change your hairstyle, you want to even think and to rethink how you dress up. I do recommend for you even to clean up your closet, whatever clothes you're not wearing, to throw it away as well, or give it away. This is everything connect to Mercury and really self-new look. And what is the self-new look? It's inside and outside. So the first house for this next 3 weeks, really make a list and put on this list the things you want to really to achieve, and don't do everything at once. Just evaluate and keep journal as well. I really recommend for you, because it's going to be, this is really, really important. Plus we are right now in the time of Libra. So Libras, this is the full moon of Pisces right now. So I just want to remind you as well, when it's full moon of Pisces for Libra, you become almost like decisive. It's hard for you to make decisions, and it's okay. You don't need to make decisions for the next 3 weeks. You just need to work on things that's already been done prior and to bring to the next level. Now, the two letters represent your sign. It's Pei and Lamet. Now, inside of the Pei, which is created by which is Pei created Venus, there is a special letter. It's called Bet, bracha, blessing. So this letter represents tremendous energy. So it's Pei and Bet inside, and Libra, Lamet. So those two letters can help you definitely to heal, to understand yourself better. And I do recommend, if you ever plan to do astrological reading, I do recommend for you, this is the good time to understand yourself better, to be prepared with the new knowledge, how to move forward and to achieve better results in your life. So the next, good luck with everything, Libras. Next one, we have my lovely Scorpios. So Scorpios, you are in the 12th house. Like I mentioned initially, Pisces, it's in your house, in 8th house, and you in the Pisces. So it's again, what is the Mercury retrograde in 12th house? It's about past, it's about completion, it's old memory, feelings, hurt, how you've been hurt by other people, what grudges you keep, and because you know you're pro to keep memory of something happened for you in the past. But in the same time, Scorpio, let me remind you, you have tremendous healing abilities. So instead to use the energy of keeping yourself in the past pain, just use this tremendous energy you have and for healing, start to heal your past, heal yourself. And the best way to heal your past, it's every time when we grow spiritual, we need to come back to the moments of our life, the way how we are right now, how we understand things now, and to come back to the situation we experienced before and still keeping us from achieving our higher self, to connect to achieving better life and our goals. We need to come back to the past with how we are right now and to revisit, and you're going to see completely different. So it's really, really good time for the next 3 weeks. It's for forgiveness, for not even grieving. I wouldn't go that deep to grief. We just need to see bigger picture and not to waste of energy and emotions for nonsense. Believe me, end of the day, when we look back on many things, we realize how much energy, positive, good energy and time was wasted for something it's not even worth it and it's not even benefit. By the way, this period of time, you're going to dream a lot. You're dreamers as well. But now, while the Mercury integrate in your 12th house, you're going to have profound dreams. So keep journal and definitely write down your dreams. Guys, please do not share your dreams with everyone. Dreams, it's very, very powerful. Every time when we share a dream with someone, especially a person who doesn't have spiritual knowledge and know how to hold the energy, and then we call it bad dream or not good dream, guess what, this is exactly what the energy of the it will get. So any dreams you have, especially if you dreamed before 4 a.m., anything dreams after dawn, it's actually less profound. But again, I'm going to create class on dreams as well, according to Kabbalistic knowledge. So you will have better understanding how to prepare for sleep, what to eat and what not to eat before, in order to have profound dreams, and what kind of literature to read, how to prepare your soul. It's a lot of things involved. So for you, Scorpio, I do recommend for you, stay away from meat. Try to eat meat only once a week if possible. I know usually Scorpio, they love meat because it's certain energy help you in a way to get balance. I understand that. And especially before sleep, try to go sleep on empty stomach in order to get clean and more profound dreams. Now, two letters represent you. It's Dalit and Nun. Letter Dalit create planet Mars. The same thing we discussed with Aries, Ma'adim, and Nun created planet, created the sign of Scorpio. This is very, very important letters. When you put them together, they represent energy of Din, which is judgment, dinim. But when we're going to meditate and put them in golden energy inside of our heart, inside of our brain, we can convert this energy to healing energy, and you're going to be in control of your emotions and your reactive system. So for you, Scorpio, I definitely recommend to use this letter combination, especially in the times. And again, you don't have to wait for any difficult time. You can do morning ritual, if you do meditation, you can implement these 2 letters if you have rising moon or your sign in Scorpio. Okay, all the best to you, Scorpio. Next, we're moving forward to Sagittarius, my lovely Sagittarius. Mercury integrate in your 11th house, and it's time to close some unresolved miscommunications with friends, because 11 houses represent your friends, your group of people, and it's really, really important. As you know, 11th house, it's coming from house of Aquarius, and Aquarius is the amazing friends. They really know how to keep group together, but not necessarily good one-on-one relationship. Now, for you, Sagittarius, because you do need to evaluate your friendship, what is actually mean and represent for you, and how deep you open to go for other person, to be there really for other person, not when convenient for you, when you this person really need, and sometimes not to wait for this person to call you, to call first, and really to ask, how are you, and then listen, and really pay attention, because as more we know how to listen and pay attention to other people, it's very healing for both souls. Because don't forget, when we communicate verbally, our souls communicate on much higher level. And when we have real care for another person, soul can feel it. And when we even don't agree with someone, but we can close our eyes and send beautiful pink energy and golden energy to this person and a lot of love, on a soul level, the soul of this person will know. So next time you're going to talk to this person, he's going to be more soft with you. He's going to be more open with you. So I really recommend for you. And another thing, 11th house is connected to older siblings. So if you have any miscommunication with your siblings, especially your older siblings, this is really a good time to reconnect and to see what how they open for you as well, and help them to be more open, and for you to stop judging them. You're not here to change anyone. You're here only to come and work on your own process. And it's really important lessons for us to remember, because when we work on ourselves, this is only when we start to see reality differently. You know, when we're growing spiritually inside, you're going outside, the grass become greener, because our awareness getting before our brain, our awareness coming from our heart, from our soul. So this is really, really important, especially you, Sagittarius. You're such a spiritual sign. You all, everyone who has rising moon and even sign in Sagittarius, you are born true leaders. As a spiritual leaders, you really understand, if you don't connect religiosity to mundane robotic level of understanding the source of creator work here in this dimension. But it's really, you need to be careful, Sagittarius, not to get too religious. But if you using spiritual tools, you really unstoppable. So your 2 letters, it's Gimel and Samech. So Jupiter, Gimel create planet Jupiter, and Samach create planets of Sagittarius. Same thing here. You can close your eyes, you meditate on those 2 letters. It can help you to more balance and to achieve better goals during this 3 in any time. This combination can help with a lot of things. Even you're preparing for an important meeting, you wake up in the morning, you want to meditate, implement, because they're part of your DNA, of your soul. If your soul choose to come back to this dimension with this particular sign, so it's mean your soul brought with that this combination of letters, and it can help you to work on this force of energy. So the next one, it is Capricorn, my lovely Capricorns. Your 2 letters, it's Bet and Ayin. So letter Bet, bracha, blessings. It's created a planet Saturn, and if you watch my previous videos, I can stress enough importance of Saturn in your chart. Really, you really need to understand how Saturn works in your chart, because this is the planet which is directly helping with your tikkun, with your incarnation process. It's showing you a lot of good lessons. In the beginning, it's a tough. It's like a tough father, but when you really know how to work with Saturn energy and how to appreciate and to do decent business, to put your intention along with what you say and what you do, Saturn will send you a lot of blessings. So it's letter of Bet, and Capricorn was created by letter Ayin. So Ayin at the same time is the same letter, same pronunciation for I in Hebrew. So you can see we have bracha with the eye, with the vision. So Capricorns, it's the natural leaders. So for you guys, it's in the 10th house, and it's the really your own house. And you should use this, your purpose, your career, whatever you do for a living, it's going to be really with your status, your leadership skills. It can change, and perhaps for completely new career, and you're thinking about new career, another good opportunity for you to learn about your chart, see where your active planets, how actually Mars going along with the Saturn as well, where's your Venus, how's your rising operating as well, how's your moon nourishing you as a Capricorn as well. So this is really, really important time. Do not start any new work. I do not recommend. If you already started the process prior, it's okay. But if possible for you to hold on and just evaluate all your skills, what you gain at this point, and how you can move forward with new understanding and open your heart. Again, I can't stress enough the opening of the heart, especially for you as a sign of earth sign. Usually for earth signs, it's a little bit harder to open the heart in a sense of you very practical people, and it's good thing because you know how to live in this dimension. And when you open your heart, you can nourish people around you, and you will let to be nourished by other people as well. So the next sign, the last one, it's Aquarius. I love Aquarius. As you know, it's one of the signs, it's really, you can see with image, it's a pure water. And usually Aquariuses, they don't really keep any grudges. They know how to be there for humanity, not necessarily one-on-one relationship, which is one of the main things they came to this world to achieve. But at the same time, it's definitely a planet of humanity, and people who really know how to activate the energy of Aquarius in your chart, within you, you're gonna be really happy and like flying free. It's contradiction in spirituality to be free, but at the same time to be very organized and with understanding how the law of creation works. So the two letters create your sign. Again, the same, it's Bet as a Capricorn, so it's Saturn, it's letter Bet, and Aquarius create by letter Tzadik. Now, Tzadik, I really love this letter because this letter um, has a lot of power. And this letter, the same name, it's by this letter called Tzaddik, righteous, Tzaddik, the truth, the planet of. So we, with this letter, we can really connect to our higher self. Anyone can meditate on Bet Tzaddik, Tzaddik Bet, and to connect to your higher self within you, and to connect to source better. So I really, really recommend to you guys. Now, for you, it's getting to your, let me see, ninth house. So the ninth house, you will start to make plans for traveling. I know it's really hard time right now for to travel, and especially for Aquarius, you love traveling, and now it's in your ninth house. It's going to be good for you to, in your meditation, to meditate and to make plans, places you want to travel in the future. It's going to be very, very healing for you. Your spiritual belief, because ninth house, it's represent house of Sagittarius, the understanding and reconnecting with your father. This is really important time, because you, if your father in life or not alive, it's you still, you have ability to connect to the father energy. It's the higher source, and to call your father if he's alive and see how you can be more there, and see what lessons and stories you can hear from your father, which is can help you now. And again, with your spiritual beliefs, with your understanding what is really spirituality represent for you, what will spirituality, and how you can affect people around you, how you can be really there for people, and to understand yourself better. I think I'm gonna just conclude with all of that. I just want to remind you guys, then every time when cosmic energy sending us our lessons in certain combination, it's just in order to help us, to connect to ourselves better, in order for us to understand where we came from, why we came here, what we came to achieve. I do recommend for you guys to this period of time for next 3 weeks to see if you can maybe read some spiritual books, if you can try to reconnect to your own self within you. I wish you many, many blessings. If you will be interested in have readings with me, you can check the link below. I'm always looking forward to communicate with you, to serve you, and to help you to grow and to connect to yourself to become a healer. Because my mission, after even one reading, you'll have so many tools and so much belief system, and to awaken all the blessings and talents you came to this dimension this lifetime, then it's definitely my merit to help you to connect to yourself. I'm here for you guys, so wish you all the best. And those of us who celebrate Sukkot, I wish you happy holidays, Chag Sameach, many, many blessings. It's an amazing, amazing holiday, which is we have ability to pray to create peace for other 70 nations in the world. So I wish all of us to be one soul and to add just blessings and healings to this world. All the best to you guys. Much love. Bye bye.